First of all, support us Blake to continue with more stories and novels. The letter in the bookstore. Emma loved quiet places. Her favorite was a small, cozy bookstore tucked away on a quiet street. She visited every Saturday, always browsing the same shelf of old romance novels. One day, as she flipped through the pages of a worn-out book, a folded piece of paper fell to the floor. Curious, she picked it up and opened it. It was a handwritten letter. To the one who finds this, I hope you're someone who believes in love stories. If you are, leave a note in this book and maybe, just maybe, we'll meet. Her heart raced. She smiled and wrote a reply right there in the book, leaving her name, Emma. I believe. A week later, she returned to the same spot. There was a new note in the book. Emma, I'm Jack. I've been leaving this letter for weeks. I never thought someone would answer. Would you like to meet? I'll be here next Saturday at 3. She came back that day, heart pounding. At 3 p.m., Jack walked in, carrying a rose and the book. They both smiled, realizing their love story had just begun. Across the seasons. Chapter 1, Autumn Love. Lena always believed that love came like the changing seasons, quietly, slowly, and with meaning. She had just moved to a small countryside village to escape the noise of city life and focus on her painting. The little cottage she rented had a view of golden trees and a path that led to a quiet lake. One afternoon, while painting under a tree, a dog came running toward her, knocking over her easel. Behind the dog came its owner, tall, with a warm smile and curious eyes. I'm so sorry, he said, catching his breath. She loves chasing butterflies. Lena laughed. So do I, sometimes. His name was Thomas, a local writer who lived nearby. From that day on, he started passing by more often, always bringing coffee or pastries. They would sit by the lake, sharing stories of their dreams, heartbreaks, and favorite poems. Chapter 2, Winter was spurs. As winter arrived, the village turned into a white painting. Lena and Thomas grew closer. He helped her gather wood, she brought him warm soup. Their bond grew quietly, deeply, without declarations, just gestures. One snowy evening, Thomas invited her to his home. The fireplace was crackling, and books were stacked everywhere. I wrote something, he said, handing her a folded paper. It was a poem. About a girl who paints with colors of silence and a man who found his voice in her laughter. She didn't speak, just leaned forward and kissed him softly. Chapter 3, Spring Rain. With spring came color and new beginnings. Lena's art began to flourish, inspired by love. She held her first gallery show in the village. Thomas stood beside her, proud and quiet. But then, he received an offer from a publisher in the city, his dream since he was young. It meant leaving for a while. I don't want to lose what we have, he said. You won't, Lena replied. Love isn't about always being next to each other. It's about carrying each other in every step. They kissed under the rain, promising to meet again, no matter the distance. Chapter 4, Summer Sunsets. A year passed. Letters were exchanged, calls made late into the night. And one summer evening, as the sun melted into the lake, Thomas returned. He walked up to her as she painted, just like the first time. I'm home, he said simply. She smiled, eyes glistening. Welcome back. The seasons had passed, but their love had only grown deeper, like roots under the earth, unseen but strong. If you have completed this viewing, you can subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive everything new, and don't forget to support us Blake.